Hello, friends. I just wanted to quickly give you a brief introduction to ADHD Academy, which is my group coaching program for adults with ADHD. So, this is just a little rundown of the ADHD Academy roadmap. We will begin June 5th. Very exciting stuff. And while this kind of theory side of things is really exciting, the best part about ADHD Academy is the people. Fellow ADHDers going through very similar struggles while also very different struggles. So ADHD is a spectrum, and we're all going to show up at a different place on that spectrum. But we have a very good understanding of what we go through as a whole, even if something doesn't show up for us as much or as little as it does someone else. We've probably experienced a form of that in our lives through our ADHD experience for sure. So yeah, I just want to, reassure you that ADHD Academy is a safe space. I hear so often, oh, I don't really know how I feel about a group dynamic. Group situations are a little bit weird for me. And that is not surprising. A lot of us went through a lot of shit in our school years in group projects. Whether that's because we kind of shirked the work for someone else to do that was a bit more neurotypical while we, did whatever, or it just really stressed us out that we've got to be a part of this group. I would rather just handle myself. I don't want to have to handle other people. Or there was just some, straight up bullying going down where we were made to feel uncomfortable by our peers, by our teachers, sometimes even, which is a whole different tangent that I will not go on. But rest assured that this is not that space. I, as the facilitator of this group, it is literally my job to make sure that it is a safe space. I do not tolerate discrimination. I do not tolerate disrespect. I do not tolerate any of that bullshit. So please know that when you show up to ADHD Academy with your messy hair and your messy background and your kids crying and your dogs barking and all of the things, you're 100% welcome in this space. And it's just such a beautiful way to meet other people that are going through similar struggles. You don't have to do this alone. Those are some of the biggest epiphanies that I have seen within group coaching is, holy shit, you felt that way too? You experienced this as well? I thought it was just me. And while we know we're not on this island together, while we know we're not on this island by ourselves, it can sometimes feel that way. And so this is just the reminder that you're not. And I just really invite you to join a group program and don't let past experiences keep you stuck and keep you afraid to show up with other people, basically. So now down to the theoretical side of things, we've got the ADHD Academy roadmap. And so here, let me make this a little big. I'm going to make myself smaller. Okay. So all of these little emojis here with the monocle are going to be different links to different resources. So we've got the Heart of ADHD Academy, which is going to talk about really what this program entails and, my mission behind it. What's your North Star? This kind of gets to what's your intention being here? What do you want to get out of this space? What do you want to get out of this program? What do you want to get out of these 6 weeks? I know that sometimes this kind of stuff can feel really overwhelming and, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. That looks like a lot. And in some ways it is, but it's also really not. It's just taking some time to say, okay, what do I actually want? A lot of times as ADHDers, we jump into things and we're like, oh, it's fine. I'll figure it out along the way, which is great. I do that still. This video is kind of like that. I've kind of flubbed through some of the things and I'm not going to edit it. I don't have the time. I don't have the capacity. I don't have the energy. And honestly, I don't know how. So anyway, I just want to remind you that there will be some work in this, but it's so worth it in the end. As great as ADHD coaching is, as great as ADHD medication is, all of those kind of things, unfortunately, there is no silver bullet. And regardless of what we're doing, we are going to have to put in some of that work. And so sitting down and really taking a minute to say, where am I at? Where do I want to be? How can I merge the two and how can I get there? That's really what this kind of introduction journey insights part is about, is to help you with some future planning. That's one of the executive functions that we struggle with. And so this just kind of helps, again, put on a little bit of those blinders to say, all right, where am I at and what do I want? So again, nothing scary, just asking some questions that you might not have asked yourself before. And then we're going to move on to understanding ADHD. A lot of us have a really great baseline for what ADHD is. And then a lot of us think we have a great baseline for what we think ADHD is. And there's a lot that goes into it. There's certainly more than we could cover in 6 weeks. So I definitely encourage you to do your own research and continue your education. But this is just a really great place to start with what's actually going on inside of my brain. Why does my brain work this way on a very general kind of basic level? And then you can take your own experiences and grow with that. And then we dive into a little bit more of those executive functions. So we'll kind of dive immediately into flexible thinking. It's one of the most important, often overlooked executive functions that we struggle with. So we'll dive in there. All of the VIPs of the weeks are going to be in the gray. The pink are going to be what we're really deep diving into that week and discussing. And then we've got extras down here in yellow. And again, it's like a toolbox. So don't let it stress you out with like, holy shit, this is so much information. I'll never get through all this. It's too overwhelming. No. This is just like a toolbox. You don't need every single tool for every single project that you're working on. Maybe you just need a screwdriver. Maybe you just need a hammer. Maybe you just need a tape measure. That's kind of how you can look at the ADHD Academy roadmap. These are just resources for you to have at your disposal, and we will walk through some of them together. And then the other ones are just there for when you think you need them. So you're, having a day, you want to come back and look through some of the stuff. That's exactly what it's there for. And then I'm obviously there for any questions or if you need any support in the things that we don't discuss within the 90-minute calls every week. So then we're going to move on to week 3, which is self-awareness and mindset, a really, really great place for ADHDers to dive a little bit deeper. We'll keep going with impulse control and emotional regulation, which is something that all of us typically struggle with in some capacity at some point in our lives. And then we will move on to time management, working memory, and organization. And then we'll review all of it. So where was I at the beginning of this 6-week journey? Where am I now? What tools have I learned? What scaffolding have I brought into my life? What's, different structures or am I willing to play with, basically? And then we want to say, all right, this is what I have now, and this is where I want to take this now that the 6 weeks is over. And then we've got bonus resources for that ADHD life. So again, there's a lot of information here, but do not let it overwhelm you. It is all just there for you to use when you need it, at your disposal. And I am obviously there for any support that I can offer you. So yeah, this is the ADHD Academy rundown. Please reach out with any questions. If anything comes up for you, let me know. Again, I know that this can be a little bit of I don't know how I feel about, group situations, but I just really encourage you, if ADHD coaching is something that you've been looking at, to give this a shot, because it's life-changing in a lot of ways. And yeah, just don't let past experiences keep you stuck and keep you small. You deserve more than that. And I just want us all to get our shit together. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.